3 people just fainted.
Oh, God. Do you need CPR? Do you need help?
Snow White just went, yes, please.
I've already woken you up once before.
Does Jennifer know? We're good. Hi, how are you, man?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How's your morning in Liverpool been?
I mean, amazing. Look, I've met all these amazing people that have come out here today. It's been the best.
Good. Have you been to Liverpool before? Because I know you studied in London, right?
I did. Many years ago, but I have been here before.
Okay, good.
But this time is one that I'll really remember, for sure.
We're going to make it a memory for him, aren't we? We definitely are. So from being here before and studying in London, what are the things that, as you move back to the States, did you miss anything from over here in the good old UK?
Marmite. I miss Marmite. I miss jacket potatoes.
I can't believe jacket potatoes got popped.
Right? I miss the British. I love the British. I love everything British. Yeah.
You got that cheap heat there, man, right there at the end. I love it. Well, as we said to you a little bit earlier on in our warm-up, we have got 4 static microphones lined up in our auditorium for you guys to pose your questions to Prince Charming. Yes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Please feel free. Load yourselves in behind our mics. Please make sure you are upstanding, girls, if you can, just so I don't miss you. Yes, that's all good. However, before we head out to our crowd, we have got a very, very special social media question that we posed out on our Facebook group, and I can see her in place. Jamie Lee Hamilton, give us a nice little wave. There she is, right down there, looking good.
Hey,
can we have a round of applause for all our questions? Let's have a look. So Jamie Lee asks, after working with the wonderful Jack Messina for 3 years as Cal on Manifest, how easy was it to gel with Ty Doran when Cal had his sudden growth spurt?
He did suddenly grow many years, and it was seamless. Although we missed Jack terribly, Ty was seamless. He fit into the group in such a beautiful way. He embodied the character in such a perfect way. Especially embodying the character at that point in his journey. And it was like he was always there. After the first episode that we shot with him, it was like he had always been there with us. So it's a joy. Yeah, I miss him. I miss him a lot.
Good. Jamie Lee, you happy with that? There we go. Can we have a round of applause, please, for our social media question?
Thank you, Jamie.
Love it. Right, we're going to head out to you guys. I'm going to intersperse and drop a few of my own bangers in there as well. Let's see what we've got from number 1. Please state your name as clearly, concisely as possible with your question followed slowly. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Roxy from Scotland.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi. What's your favourite moment on set of Once Upon a Time?
Oh, wow. There are so many. I mean, we did so many episodes of that show. I think like 156 or something like that. So there were many special moments. But, the ones that stick out in my mind now, I remember back to shooting the pilot episode. And it was the scene where Prince Charming finds Snow White asleep in the glass casket in the woods surrounded by the dwarfs. And when we were shooting that scene in the pilot, of course, this is before the show got picked up, before we knew it was going to run for 7 years. But that scene, we started to film it, and it was in Vancouver. We were in the woods. It was beautiful. And it started to snow. And it started to snow on snow. And we thought that was sort of magical. And we all just sort of felt this electricity in the air. And we knew that... or we hoped that from that moment on we had something special and a special story to tell. And that's a moment I'll never forget.
Love that, Roxy. Round of applause for all our questions.
Thank you.
Hope that answer gives you a nice warm feeling. It gives me a warm feeling.
Good.
Inside,
I hope so.
Good. We're going to head over to Sue. Hi, guys.
Hello, we're the Burger Girls.
You're
the Burger
hang on, you're the who girls?
Burger Girls.
Yeah,
The Burger Girls.
they're very famous.
Blue ticks all the way. Let's go.
Yeah. We'd like to know what's your jacket potato filling.
Well, I mean, we can do some baked beans and cheese.
Yeah.
We could also do some tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the go-tos right there.
Banging. Love that. And are you happy with
Thank
those?
you.
What would your go-to be? She was
I'd
nearly
go
sick
cheese and
then.
beans.
She was.
Yeah,
Was-
cheese and beans, maybe coleslaw on the side. Chili.
Huh?
They say chili.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love that.
a good
So there's
combo.
4 of you in the Burger Girls, is that right?
There's more.
There's more
They're
of you.
just not here.
They have
Sensational.
tattoos, Tom. They have tattoos.
Jeez. Okay. We need to get that on Instagram later on. Okay, cool. Round of applause for the Burger Girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to head up to 4. Hi, 4.
Hello.
Loving the orange. Go for it.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Kendall, and I was just wondering, considering Manifest, Once Upon a Time, Thor, if the fantasy sci-fi genre was always a genre that you wanted to get into, or if you just kind of did like one gig and you thought, this is a bit of me, I'll stick to this kind of genre, and if there's any other like movie genre that you haven't actually done much of that you'd like to explore.
Great questions, Kendall. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I love sci-fi. I love genre. I love the fans that genre brings. I love the kind of storytelling that you can do with genre. I think we can get across ideas that you can't in other forms of storytelling, which I think is really special. Yeah, I love it. I love working in those frameworks. I love working with stories that have big, big ideas and big, big worlds about them, but they're grounded in something very real. So in the case of, well, both Once Upon a Time and Manifest, it was really about this family of people trying to figure out how to go forward with their lives now. And I love that. And I love that it was hung on, a big idea. Of course, there's tons of other genres that I would love to do. And yeah, watch this space. We should have something to announce pretty soon.
Thank you.
Ooh. That's a nice little rumbling to go off with. Give it up for Kendall. Yes,
Thanks,
very
Kendall.
well done. We're going to head up to microphone station 3. Hello.
Hi, my name's Mason, and my question for you is, what was the hardest scene that you had to film in Once Upon a Time?
Thank you for that question. What was the hardest film? I mean, there were some hard days, because, you could be working for 16 or 17 hours a day out in the rain or on a green screen, but it's not really that hard, it's because it's something that I love to do. I love to be able to tell stories. I love to be an actor. So, even on the hard days, they're pretty great days. But I guess I'm trying to think of some of the harder things like within the story that were hard to shoot. And there was an episode, and I can't even remember what season it was, but it was with David and James and their father, and he was in prison, and he was getting out of prison, and I had a great scene with Hook, with Colin O'Donoghue, that was emotional and sort of hard to get through when he was dealing with his father. That was sort of a hard day emotionally, but it was satisfying, if that makes any sense. But, there were always hard days when I was getting in some body of water in the middle of winter in Vancouver. Those were always hard, too. But thank you.
Smashing these questions, Mason. Give him an absolutely
Thank you.
massive round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mason.
We're going to bring you down to 1. Hi.
Hi, my name's Elliot, and I was wondering if you auditioned for Prince Charming or something else in Once Upon a Time.
I had a meeting with Eddie Kitsis and Adam Horowitz, who created Once Upon a Time, and they thought that I would be right for this part, and I went in and had a conversation with them, and we talked about it, and we read a little bit from the script, from the pilot, and the rest is history. Yeah. Interestingly enough, in the pilot, before they finished writing it, the character Prince Charming, they were going to kill off in the pilot. That was going to be it. When he got impaled with a sword, that was all they were going to do with that character. But when they were in development with ABC about the pilot, they said, you can't kill off Prince Charming. You got to keep him going. You got to keep hope alive. So they kept him in there, and thank goodness they did.
Thank goodness that they did, and thank goodness for that question. It was epic.
Thank
Give her a
you.
round of applause. Well done, Ellie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These are good questions, man.
Very good
Yeah,
questions.
we like that.
Yeah.
This is what Con Liverpool's all about.
Yeah.
We are literally on the cusp of absolute superstardom with you guys. 2. Let's see what we got.
back again.
Hi.
So my question is, let's assume the multiverse is real, and there's like a million different versions of you living in a million different timelines. What do you wish one version of you is doing right now?
I honestly thought she was going to ask, what would the million versions have on jacket potatoes? I honestly thought that's what it was.
So what version of myself would I want to be right now in this moment?
Like, what do you, like, if there's another version of yourself, what do you wish that they're doing? Like, if it could be anything.
Gosh. I don't know. I mean, because I really like this version, and I like the present, and I like being here with all of you. But I think, I don't know, maybe I always, had visions when I was a kid of being an orchestra conductor, so maybe I would be doing that.
Okay, cool.
Banging. Orchestra.
Is that too geeky?
It's just very random.
We love this version, though, don't we? Sorry.
Yeah.
We love this version, don't we?
Right? Yeah.
We got it. Well done. Give her a round of applause. Great
Thank
question.
you.
Great question. We're going to head up to 4. Hi.
Hi, my name's Ruby and I'm leaving school in June, and I was wondering if you had any yearbook quote ideas.
Any what idea?
Any yearbook?
Yearbook quotes.
Oh, yearbook quotes ideas.
I will always find you. How about that?
That's perfect.
And congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
Honest to God, nearly cried. We'll hold it in, man. We'll hold it in. Headed over to 3. To 3.
Hi, my name's Jess, and my question is that over so many seasons, there were many villains. Which was your favorite, and which would you want to play?
Oh, 100%. And although he sort of went back and forth of whether he was a villain at times or not a villain or misunderstood, but it's got to be Rumple all the way, all the time, every day. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How good is Robert Carlyle?
The greatest.
Isn't he just?
He's
just
a rock star.
Oh.
The real deal. The real deal.
Legend. Hopefully we'll get him on stage with you guys.
I would love that.
That would be epic. We're going to head to 1. Hi.
Hi, my name's Lottie, and I would want to know what inspired you to start acting.
Great question. Thank you. I was sort of lucky. I found it when I was a kid. I found it when I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and I was doing it at school, and my school had great teachers that were really passionate about the arts and about theater and about movies and about TV, and I just happened to get lucky, and I fell into a group of teachers throughout my school years that really supported me and kind of said, you're good at this, and it felt good to do it. And I think I just latched onto it, and I found my thing, and I just never let go of it. So I found it as a kid, and my first thing that I ever remember doing was this play with music called Aesop's Fallables. So it's about Aesop's fables, but they were all sort of slightly askew, and I played the Jack-in-the-Box in that. And my first lines was, "I'm the Jack-in-the-Box, the morals I keep." And I was hooked from that moment on. Yeah.
That was great. Can we do it again? Let's do it again. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
I loved it. We're going to head over. Burger Girls, we're back.
Burger Girls are back. We want to know what's the funniest thing that's happened since you and Ginny have been married.
The funniest thing.
Yeah.
It's just me trying to bumble through every day and not embarrass myself completely in front of my wife all the time and make her think, why did I marry him? I'm not really for sure. I think that's it's just a struggle every day not to embarrass myself in front of her.
I find that very hard to believe. Yeah. Round of applause for our Burger Girls. We're going to keep this applause going as we go up to microphone 4. Hi.
Hi, it's Ellie again. I have another question. I was wondering, if you weren't Prince Charming, what other role would you like to be?
In Once Upon a Time?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to go with what I said earlier about the villains, and it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect. It'll make a deal with you, Ellie. You're sat in the right place there.
And magic has a price.
Give her a round of applause again.
Thank you.
Ellie's loving these questions and the applause that goes along with it. Hi, number 3.
Hi, my name is Lewis. Nice to meet you. My question is, what did you think of Emma becoming the Dark One?
Well, you know, what did I think? I mean, as an actor, I thought it was great. You know, I thought it was great that Jennifer got to explore that side of the character and go on that journey. As Prince Charming, I didn't like it at all, not even a little bit. But, you know, as an actor, I thought that was really cool, that she got to sort of explore that side of the character and go on that journey with her. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that answers your question. Give him a round of applause. Here we go. We're all about sharing the love. We're going to head to 1.
Hi, I'm Maya.
Hi.
So I was wondering, you and your wife Jennifer, how did you two meet? Like, was it on the set of Once Upon a Time, or was it somewhere else?
Well, of course, I knew of her, and I had known her work and seen her movies and TV shows, but I had never met her before. And it was on the set, basically. It was right before pre-production on the pilot, and I'll never forget it. I was in the parking lot of the studio, and we were doing hair and makeup tests, and I was outside on the phone, and I was talking, smoking a cigarette. I used to smoke then, and there was this tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and there was this vision with long dark hair and this blue sort of fluffy, fleecy robe that had a crown on it for some reason. And she goes, "Hi, I'm Jenny." And she held out her hand, and she had that Jennifer Goodwin smile on her face, and that's when I first met her.
Yeah. Thank you.
You have literally melted this audience. But you know exactly what she was wearing. You have made me feel so inferior as a man. My wife is out there going, hate him right now.
It's pretty hard to forget a fleecy blue robe with a crown on it, to be fair.
It is. It's pretty epic, though. I'm sure my wife remembers what we were. In fact, I was wearing a skin-tight Superman lycra t-shirt.
Oh, right. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I bet she does remember that.
She does, because she always tells me, I don't know why I went with you. What's wrong with you? Give her a round of applause. Well done, Maya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love it. We're going to head to 2.
Hi, Josh. My name's Maria.
There's that voice again.
Hi. Thanks for the photo before. We heard that you trained in London, England. How did that come about? Why did you come over to England to train? And is there differences between training in the US and England that you sort of have realised?
Yeah, thank you for that question. As I was saying before, I went to this public school system. That means something slightly different in America than it does here. But it was a system that had a really big emphasis on the arts. And when I was in high school, our theater department would go to this thing called the International Thespian Festival. And it was like the World Cup for high school theater from all around the world. And I went, our school would go quite often. We were lucky enough to go, and they would choose shows to perform on the main stage that week. And we would do that, and one of the years that we went, I was at the age where I could audition for a lot of different theater departments, mostly for American colleges. And the school that I went to in London, a school called Mount View, it was called Mount View Conservatory for the Performing Arts then, happened to be there. And they saw me in a show, and I auditioned for them all after that, and then I was lucky enough to get offered this scholarship that they gave to one American every 3 years to come and study. And so I did it. I jumped at it. I grew up with not a lot, and college was not something that my family could have afforded. And I was lucky enough that Mount View extended this scholarship to me, and I was able to come over and train for 3 years and had the time of my life, and then ended up staying for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
And is there a difference? I've heard that there is. I don't know, because I didn't train in America. So, but I think there is a slight difference in terms of how they approach the craft of acting. I think the British training is the best in the world, and it's a real emphasis on the craft of acting as opposed to other sort of internal things, and it's I wouldn't have changed it for the world. I have the time of my life, and I loved it. I loved it.
Oh, thank
Love
you.
it.
And
We
I
love you.
Manifest, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where are we going to go now? Shall we go up the top? Let's go up the top. Hi.
Hi, my name is Brooke. I just wondered if you'd ever be willing to move to England, or did you prefer America?
Oh, here you go. You're on the fence now.
Well, I lived here for 13 years. Let me just start off by saying that. So I do love it here. If my wife had her way, we'd move here tomorrow. Yeah, we love it. So we'll probably be back at some point if you'll have us.
You've got lots of welcoming neighbours here in Merseyside. Great question. Give her a round of applause. Love it.
Thank you.
We're going to head to 3.
Hi, my name's Peter. Is there anything you've stolen from Once Upon a Time?
Oh, we cut straight to the point there, didn't he?
Straight to the point.
What have you nicked? Let's
Well,
go.
I mean, I guess I did steal it. Technically, I didn't ask for it, but we just took it. So we have a couple things. Jenny and I both took Snow and Charming's wedding rings. We have those. I have my sword. Jenny has her bow and arrow. And for some reason, I don't know how we have this, because I don't remember taking it, and I don't know where it is in our house, but we have a Dark One dagger somewhere in the house.
Nice.
I don't know where, but we have those 3 things.
Whose name is on the dagger?
Yeah.
They love you. Honestly, you run for Prime Minister.
I'm going to win.
I can't believe that got a clap as well. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your
Whose name
question.
is on the dagger?
What's that?
Whose name is on the dagger?
Whose name was on the dagger?
It's a good question. I think it's Emma's.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think, yeah.
Little divulsion there. Look at him sliding in that little extra. Oof, that little extra bit we needed.
When I get back home, I'll have to look for it, and I'll post a...
What?
Is it? Wait, how do you know that? Tom.
I think we better.
Oh, okay. All right. It's in the cupboard.
Jesus Christ, girls. Bring it in. He's not going to come back.
Okay.
Lord above.
All right. I'll have a look when I get home. If I find it, I will post.
It's behind the back of your
photos,
apparently.
Of it.
Jesus Christ. We've gone next level with this.
They know where the furniture is in my house.
Don't turn your back on them. Don't turn your back on them. They're evil, them burger girls. Number 1, hi.
Hi, Josh. My name's Charlie.
Hey, buddy.
I was just wondering, obviously you mentioned your training. I'm currently in drama school at the minute. I've been in TV and film for a couple of years. I was wondering if you had any advice.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any advice? I mean, look, it is, it's really hard, especially, it's just hard. I don't know if there's any advice that I can give you except know that it's hard. Know that there's a lot of people who want to do it, and there's very few jobs for the amount of people that want to do it. So you have to be sort of clear, and you have to be strong, and you have to not quit. Because if you quit, you don't have a chance. But if you keep going and you keep believing in yourself, unlike anyone else can believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. And as long as you keep doing that, you're going to be head and shoulders above many people.
Is there anything you wish you knew when you were training?
That this too shall pass. You know, sometimes when things seem bad, it will pass. When things feel good, it will pass. So try to just keep even keel and keep marching forward.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well done, Charlie. Keep going,
Good luck
mate.
to you, buddy.
Good luck to you, brother. We're going to slide it. Cosplay is really epic today. Have you seen lots of cosplay acts?
Amazing coming to the booth. There's been some great costumes out there.
Ooh, yeah, we are. We're going to slide over to another one. Our very own Snow White is in the house.
Hi, Snow.
Hi, Josh. I'm Sam, and my question is about Manifest. Each series, I mean, your acting everybody's acting just enticed everybody more, and in season 4, your energy was just phenomenal. I can't say the word, but phenomenal. What's the word? Phenomenal. And it just felt like when you're looking for Eden and stuff, you could just feel the pain that you were going through, and with Cal and everything. And also, how was your first directing experience within Manifest?
The first question, I'm not quite sure. What's the first question?
Oh, no, I was just saying that your acting was
well,
amazing,
thank you very much.
She was just saying you were phenomenal.
I just didn't say the word.
Well, thank you very much for that. I mean, that was all, to do with the writing. At that point in season 3, what's so great about doing, a long-running television series is that these characters get an opportunity to evolve and change and keep moving forward. Of course, by that point in the story, I don't know if everyone's seen it yet, but he's in quite a harrowing place, and he had been through a lot, and it was easy to draw on all of those emotional changes within his journey, particularly at the beginning of season 4. Thank you for that. The second question was
how you did some directing.
How did you loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, since Once Upon a Time, and I knew that I would love it, but I loved it 30 times more than I thought I would. I learned so much. It is such a collaborative process that I just found so much joy in that. As an actor, your role or your piece in a movie or a TV series can sometimes be very singular. And as a director, you get to hang out with everybody, and you get to be creative with everybody and have a more 360-degree view of the story. And that I really loved. And to get the opportunity to do it on a show that meant so much to me, and to tell the story of these characters that meant so much to me, was a real privilege. And I was real grateful for it, and I can't wait to do more.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
You directed that question awesomely, Sam. Yes. Padum-bum-ch. Number 4. Let's go.
Hello, I'm Courtney. I just wanted to know, have you ever cosplayed before? And if not, who would you cosplay?
I mean, does Halloween...
Except from acting.
Halloween doesn't count, right?
No.
Then I guess I haven't really. I mean, I guess I play dress up for a living. I play cosplay for a living. So, I dress up at work all the time. But I haven't done it just in real life yet, except for Halloween. But maybe I would. And I think right now, just because my sons are way into it, I would have to be Mandalorian.
Love it.
We got some Mando fans in. And we got some Pedro Pascal fans in.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. He's my son's favorite actor. I'm like, what? Come on. But I get it.
But Pedro Pascal's favorite actor is you, apparently.
That's not true, Tom, but thank you very much.
It is. Well done. Well, she signed off. She disappeared, Courtney. Well done. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
We're going to come down to 1. Hi.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Lovely to speak to you.
Lovely to speak to you, Sarah.
What I was going to ask is, obviously you played Prince Charming, but is there any other literary character that you'd love to play? And what do you think makes a good story?
That's a really good question. I'll have to think about that.
Get back to you tomorrow.
Yeah, and get back to you tomorrow. But I think, a good story takes great character. great characters, first and foremost. You've got, for me anyway, it's got to be a story with characters that you can latch onto, that you see something familiar with about, or you're intrigued about. So for me, it starts with character, and then it's about the world that they're in, that they live in. Literary characters, man, I think I would really. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm going to have to really think about that. I'm not for sure, but I'm sure there's many.
Well, thank you for bringing us a really good literary character. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, what a beautiful way to end the question. Love that.
Lovely.
We're going to head to 2. Hi.
Hi, my name's Natalie. And I just wanted to ask, basically, how did you find it when Jenny was pregnant while on set?
When Jenny was pregnant, very nerve-wracking, because, we're throwing ourselves around, we're talking about dragons, we're pulling hearts out of chests, and I'm thinking, what is this baby hearing? What is this baby going to grow up thinking the world's going to be? And obviously, concerned about her as the pregnancy got more, later and later down the road. When we got to about 8 months, she's still on set, walking through the woods in the rain and all that stuff. So, but she was a trooper and she's amazing and she did it. But I guess it was just always sort of, nerve-wracking, just making sure that she was okay and not going to, fall over by tripping on some sort of rock or tree root or something like that, and making sure she was comfortable.
Bless. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
The hearts are just melting all the way around. Give her a round of applause. Where shall we go? Should we go? Oh, let's go up to Wednesday at number 3. Hi.
Hi, Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Alex Macon. And this question is, if the roles were to become gender-bent in Once Upon a Time, so the males played the female characters and vice versa, what female, literal character would you like to play?
The evil queen. For sure.
Thank you.
Hands down, thank you.
You're going to have to hire these just to go around with you.
Yeah. I travel with them everywhere.
Well, apparently they know a lot about you. Number 1, hi.
Hi, my name is Shikar, and thanks for taking all the questions. My question for you is, after doing Manifest, have you ever been scared or anxious while traveling in a plane?
It's a great question, and I've never been scared or anxious, but I do always think about something horrific happening now. Every time I'm on a plane and I feel turbulence. I don't get scared or anxious, but I have the thought of something weird happening. So thanks, Manifest.
Yeah, just to let you know, me and my girlfriend recently went on a holiday and we were thinking that we have departure, but we could land after 4 or 5 years. There's a possibility of that.
Yeah, as long as I could stay young, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's now when I get on flights, if there's Manifest, watchers on there, they'll look at me with a sort of side eye, like, oh, great, here we go again, or the flight attendants will come up and say, we're really excited you're on this flight, but we're also really scared. I've had captains just look at me and say, no, not today.
Not running this risk. No.
Yeah.
Give a round of applause.
Thank you.
Well done, man. I think we've got to swoop around. So we've got 10 minutes left, guys. So let me take a little peek. Yeah, we can definitely get at least 4 of you guys in. Let's go to 2. Hi.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I wanted to know who was the most fun to work with on set?
On Once Upon a Time, wow, everybody was so fun, but I've got to say Jennifer Goodwin. She was definitely the most fun, and she was definitely the one that I hung out with the most on and off screen. But everybody was so great. I loved working with Bobby. I loved working with Colin, J-Mo, all of them. For forever now, we're all that group of people were forever connected. And, that's what happens with these TV shows, especially ones that go for a long time. So we're going to always be connected, the Manifest phrase there. And, but it's true. So they are like family. And I loved working with everybody. But if I had to pick, it would be Jenny.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, we're really taking method acting to a new level.
Next, mate.
Yeah.
That's it. Bounce, we're in. Slam dunk. What was your name, young lady? Lara.
Lara. Nice.
A massive round of applause for Lara.
Thank you, Lara.
What a superhero. We're going to go up to 4.
Hi, my name is Georgia.
Hi.
Come on, Georgia. I want to know if you are a real prince.
I'm going to leave at this point.
Well,
can't be that.
Well, my mother thinks so. But no, I am not a real prince. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Not by blood and not by family, that's for sure. But no, but I've played one on TV.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Put it in your pocket. Oh, amazing job. Amazing job. We're going to go to 3.
So my second question is, do you prefer the villains or the heroes? And do you prefer good Regina or bad Regina?
I love the way that they're answering for you as well now.
I mean, I guess it's okay. Playing a villain would be super fun, and you can have a really good time. But there's also something really, as an actor, there's something really sort of nourishing about playing a hero. It's nice to sort of live in that space and go home every day, and knowing that you've lived in a space of a hero. But I think, as far as good queen, evil queen, it would have to be evil queen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because what's more fun than that?
Thank you.
I love the way that as soon as she said evil queen, he went, thank you. Like, you've literally made his day. That was exactly what he needed to hear. Amazing. Give him a round of applause. Great question, bro. Great question. And we're coming down to, is this our final question? We might have time for 1 or 2 more if anybody wants to slide in, or I'll just take over and do my job. 1. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Tia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My question is, have you ever hated or regretted a role that you've ever done?
Have I ever hated?
Have you ever hated a role that you've ever performed? Have you hated something? Was that right? Is that what we're saying?
Or regretted?
Oh, a regret.
A role or anything in life?
Anything. any role that you've ever done.
So, regretted any role that you have ever been a part of?
You know what? No, I haven't. I try not to have any regrets and things like that. I stand by all my choices, although some, earlier in my career might have been questionable. But I stand beside all of them, and I learn something from every single experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Boom. Excellent. Well, we've got 3 lined up, so that should wrap us up in a nice, beautiful, big bow. Let's see where we're going. To number 1. Tell me all about it.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, I'm Daniel. What do you remember about being on one of Britain's biggest TV shows, Doctor Who?
Oh, wow. I remember being super excited. I think that was my very first television role ever that I booked. And so I was super excited to, even though it was a very small part and I looked like a floating spoon, it was thrilling to be on that set, to be on that show, to be on an institution, and to be around David Tennant, and it was incredible. And yeah, I remember the very first thing that I had to do, because I played, this floating spoon-looking kind of character. I had to get my whole face, a cast made of my face. So I remember the first day that I got there, I had to go to Wales, Cardiff, where they used to shoot it. I'm assuming they still do. And, I had to put straws up my nose and straws in my mouth, and then they just plastered my face and my eyes and everything with this goop, and I had to sit in that for about an hour, and then they took it off, and they had a mold of my face. So there's a mold of my face floating around somewhere in Cardiff, and but that's the first thing that I remember about it. But I loved it. Yeah. I still get residual checks from that show. It was a great episode, Silence in the Library.
It was.
We love Doctor Who, don't we? Yes, of course we do. Great question. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Well. Casts of your face floating around Cardiff.
Somewhere.
Well, I bet these girls know where they are.
Yeah. It's in your cupboard in your living room.
Blame Ginny, she told us.
Okay, I believe you. I believe she told me.
Right, are we ready? Right, we're going to go to number 4.
Hi there.
Hi.
So I'd like to ask you, if I was a director and I was about to make an ideal film, I had a producer with an unlimited budget, and you could play whatever character our amazing, brilliant writer that we magicked could write for you, what would you prefer to play?
Great question. Well, if you're writing something, I would love to play a character. What I really love, I like the idea of a character who is coming into a world that he knows nothing about, but he has a secret that no one else in that world knows. So I would like to play a character like that, trying to navigate his way through this world he has no idea about, but he also has a secret that no one else in that world knows. I think that would be pretty fun. Yeah, as long as there's some kind of journey and transformation of that character, that would be pretty great too.
Wicked question.
I'll find a writer.
Thank you very much. I'll be waiting for the script.
Are you ready, girls?
Are you going to pie us again?
Do you want me to pie you again?
No!
Go on. Number 2. Give a round of applause before they even give the question.
Burger Girls.
It better be good now.
If you were a beer, what beer would you be and why?
Okay. Well, I mean, I can say because I had it for the first time this weekend, and it's slightly dodgy name, but it's delicious.
Don't say Stella.
No, it's called Butcum.
What? What is that?
It's an ale.
Come again.
Okay.
BUTCOMBE.
Okay. And why?
It's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
We'll go for one of those after the show, man. We're all in. Oh, good. Give a round of applause.
Thank
Burger
you.
Girls. Excellent. Oh, I think we might just have one more, and then I've got something special for all of you. Go on, number 3. Finish it off for us.
I would like to know, out of everything you've played in, what would be the best experience?
What was
everything that I played in? What would be the best experience?
What was your best experience?
I mean, everything that I've done has had moments in it that have been amazing and extraordinary, and I've learned something from. You know, I've loved the past 5 years shooting this show called Manifest. I've loved it so much. I've loved the journey of the character. I loved the group of people that I was working with. But, you know, I guess the experience that changed my life the most would be Once Upon a Time, you know, for so many reasons. And, you know, I Once Upon a Time sort of helped create my life. And it can't get more amazing than that experience. Thank you.
Oh. You had to say that because Ginny can watch this on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, she's watching right now. In fact, she might be back there watching. I don't know.
Live stream straight down the line. Well, we are going to test. Shall we give a little test to Josh?
Oh, no. But will you help me? Will you help me?
I told him before we went on, how good are you at Disney princesses? And he went, oh, no. Well, we got Prince Charming on stage, so I'm going to give him a little test.
I know is Snow White. That's the only one I know.
I'm going to give him a little test.
Okay.
I'm going to either give him a prince or a princess, and you've got to tell me who the name of the prince or princess that they go along with.
Okay.
All right, you guys up for this? All right. Our very own Prince Charming has got to get 5. He's got to get 5. Right, okay, you ready?
Yes.
Don't shout out, but you can help him out a little bit later. Okay, here we go. Aladdin.
Jasmine.
Boom! 1 point. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. All right. Prince Eric.
Ariel.
Yes, there we go. Someone shouted that she swims. She swims. Like
has a
none of the
fin.
other fairy tale princesses can swim just a little bit.
She's a porpoise.
Prince Naveen. Ooh.
Wait.
Oh.
She what? I know all of these things you're saying to me, but it's like I can't take...
Shout out to him.
No, I...
Tiana. Princess Tiana.
Thank
there
you.
we go. We got him
Thank you.
2-1.
Thank
2-1. Got to get 5. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Right, okay. Flynn Rider is...
Oh, it's Tangled. I know that.
Yeah.
So it's Rapunzel.
Boom! Yes! 3! We're there. Prince Charming's doing really well. Let's crack another one. Ooh.
But you know Prince Charming was not Snow White's...
Yeah, I know. It was
Okay.
Cinderella, right?
Yes. Was that a question?
No. Could be. Let's have a look. So, we've seen us, we're talking about classics. Prince Philip.
Oh, that's Sleeping Beauty.
Boom, we're in with 4. It's the last one. It's a big one. Big one. Get ready. You ready? Do a little drum roll on your feet. I did mean them. Christoph.
Oh, it's Anna.
Yes, he gets 5. Prince Charming is in, ladies and gentlemen.